Well, it's also one of the big problems with this hard stance of the left, of the hard left, like this Pepe the Frog thing. Like that anybody, I mean, one of the things that I tweeted was some guy that called me, you just admitted you're a Nazi because I posted a meme that someone had created of me as Pepe the Frog. And apparently there's Pepe the Frog of everybody. And so this guy was like, well, you just admitted you're a Nazi. And I'm like, see, this is a part of the problem. And this creates a massive blowback. People are getting angry because that frog, for the most part, is used humorously. And
yeah, actually, you used the phrase defensive humor when we were talking. And it really is. And I think, I mean, I didn't mean to interrupt you, Joe, but
no, please do.
There's something about the idea that the effectiveness of this meme is that it tangles people with no sense of humor in knots. And
and that's a huge part of why those things are generated.
That's why they like it.
That's exactly right.
They love it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fearing that I'm saying something about this frog and that there's going to be something that's going to emerge that I should know about, that somehow I'm admitting something. But all I'm saying is what I see is a lot of people using it to taunt people who can't figure out.
Yes, I think that's the vast majority of it. I do believe that. And I think the same thing about the Kekistani types, is that that's almost all humor.
Yeah, and there's a massive problem with pushing back against that and calling those people Nazis and racists, and especially when they're just using humor, and especially when it's very clear if you look at all the memes online, and I went thoroughly through Google to find them. There are some abhorrent ones. There are some horrible ones. There are some ones that are with Nazi uniforms. There's some anti-Jew ones. There's some horrific ones. Most of them are not that. Most of them. The vast majority of them are humorous. You know, first they came for Pepe, and I didn't say anything.
Yeah, well, if the frog is racist, you start wondering what isn't racist.
Exactly.
Because it's a bloody
racist.
Cartoon frog.
It is said that the spiritual energies of Anons channeled through the internet via their weaponized autism can cause events to manifest. It is quite simply meme magic. So what is Kek and where did it come from? The name, usage, and ultimately the ideas around it originated in gaming culture, particularly on chat boards devoted to the World of Warcraft online computer games. In those games, participants can chat only with members of their own faction in the war, either Alliance or Horde fighters, while opposing players' chats are rendered in a cryptic form based on Korean. Thus, the common chat phrase "lol," laugh out loud, was read by opposing players as Kek. The phrase caught on as a variation of lol in game chat rooms, as well as in open forums dedicated to gaming, animation, and popular culture, such as 4chan and Reddit, where the Pepe the Frog meme also has its origins. One day a poll contributor discovered that Kek is also the name of an ancient Egyptian frog god that was known as the bringer in of light. The similarities between Kek and Pepe were striking. The pot really started to boil when this bizarre misprint statuette was dug up from a mysterious vendor called Ancient Treasures on Amazon. For years, the product had been coincidentally mislabeled a Kek statue. In the hieroglyphics on the front of the statue, Kek is portrayed as a man seemingly sitting at a computer screen. This new digital faith was summed up neatly in this image passed around on all the major image boards of the day. In the fertile imaginations at play on 4chan's image boards, this coincidence took on a life of its own, leading to wide-ranging speculation that Pepe was actually the living embodiment of Kek. It was from this melting pot that the cult of Kek emerged. Kek adherents created a whole cultural mythology around the idea, describing an ancient kingdom called Kekistan. The frog-headed Kek became the father, Pepe the Holy Spirit, and Trump the son, sent to Earth to fulfill a divine destiny. Besides its entertainment value, their religion is mainly useful to Anons as a trolling device for making fun of liberals and political correctness. Most of all, Kek has become a kind of a tribal marker of Anons, its meaning obscure and unavailable to ordinary people, the normies. Anons claim to believe that Kek is using 4chan's memes as a vessel to spread his message and usher in a new era of light via chaos magic. One of the core tenets of chaos magic practice is the creation of magic sigils, also known as glyphs, to codify and project one's will into the universe. Basically, you make an image that represents your will, and the universe will take care of the rest. When a lot of people pool their united willpower towards a single sigil, it's called a hyper sigil, and it's exponentially more potent. As mentioned, Pepe Kek is 4chan's hyper sigil. Millions of the Anons that browse 4chan have embedded the image of Pepe with their hatred for Hillary's corruption, and their hope for Trump's victory over her for their presidency. Whether they did this consciously or not, it's exactly what happened.
This is not republicanism as we have known it. These are racist ideas, race-baiting ideas, anti-Muslim, anti-immigrant, anti-women, all key tenets making up the emerging racist ideology known as the alt-right.
What was that? That was Hillary Clinton's speech a few weeks ago denouncing the self-proclaimed alt-right and their support of Donald Trump and Donald Trump's campaign cultivating that support. You remember the speech, you remember the whole discussion around that, but there was this one weird heckling moment in that speech. Here it is again.
All key tenets making up the emerging racist ideology known as the alt-right.
So it's not like an applause moment or like a booing moment or whatever, it's quiet. Everybody's listening to what she says. As soon as she says that phrase alt-right, some guy yells out from the crowd, Pepe! And to most people, that was a totally inexplicable thing at the moment. It must be totally random. To the white supremacist, anti-Semitic, neo-Nazi right in this country, that guy yelling that out in that moment, that was a moment of triumph. That was the most hilarious thing they had ever heard in their lives. So, right, it's weird. It's deliberately weird. It's meant to be an unmistakable symbol that won't blend in anywhere, but you always know what it means. This frog, they've taken over. Started as an anodyne thing. They've taken it over as a deliberate white supremacist symbol.
The Kekistanis busied themselves with their chaos magic, disseminating Pepe memes everywhere on the mainstream internet. Soon Paul's users were, quite ironically at first, attributing all strokes of luck for the Trump campaign, and likewise all strokes of misfortune for the Hillary campaign, to their benevolent frog-headed deity. But all of that came to a head on September the 11th, 2016, when three major mind-blowing events transpired within 48 hours of each other. Three events that would change the face of Kek worship forever. The first event was Hillary Clinton fainting in New York. The second event that happened hours later was that the Clinton campaign mistakenly declared Pepe a public enemy by putting out an explainer article trying to accuse Pepe and Trump of white supremacy. A grave misunderstanding of online counterculture. Until then, Pepe had been a harmless meme on the mainstream internet. Sudden demonization by the Clinton campaign endowed the cult with a remarkable legitimacy. As then the same day, Donald Trump Jr. famously tweeted a picture of Pepe as part of the deplorables.
I think, Boris, that Democrats, like Maria, would probably cite things like this to prove their point. Donald Trump Jr., for example, he put this image on his Instagram account. It's a meme of Pepe. And for those of you who don't know, Pepe is a white nationalist symbol.
The overwhelming sentiment of Paul, still reeling from the event, is captured 2 days later in this post entitled, "Stop, Please." I didn't believe in meme magic at first. I thought you were all joking. Then Trump won his first primary and I thought, that's a coincidence. Then he became the candidate and I thought things were getting weird. Now Hillary is getting sick and the media is talking about Pepe. It's clear as day your memes are f***ing with the fabric of reality. Stop, please. I beg you. You're f***ing with powers you don't understand. If you keep this up, you could meme us all out of existence. 2 weeks later, the Anti-Defamation League classified Pepe the Frog as a hate symbol. While all of this was occurring, the third event happened. One or a few anonymous 4chan contributors discovered an old track from the 1980s on YouTube. A track stamped all over with a very familiar face. That's right, folks. A B-side vinyl by performer Pepe sporting a frog with a magic wand. A frog. Shadalay has now become the national anthem of Kekistan. But soon the Kekistanis, a proud people, would be challenged by a celebrity enemy of Donald Trump. A challenge that was accepted.
Don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell for more must-see videos.